So next thing is we know how to start the game, how to restart the game. Now it's time to talk about background music loop. I want to add a music and simply call this create empty and then call music or background music. And here we have a music. It supports MP3, WMV or something. So add component, audio source, and then the clip is here. So I want to make it play on awake, it will automatically play, and I want to make it loop because after the music is over, it should restart the music. And then play the game. Can you hear? Restart the game and starting music from scratch. Basitçe söyleyeyim arkadaşlar. Siz her öldüğünüzde sahne yenileniyor ya. Yenilendiği için de hiyerarşi içerisindeki her şey yenileniyor ve müziğiniz de yenileniyor. Yani kesiliyor, yeniden başlıyor. Bu oyunları can sıkıcı olabilir. Hakikaten can sıkar. O yüzden sahne değişse bile biz bu müziğin kesilmesini istemiyoruz. You see, when you restart the game, it is loading your current scene. And loading your current scene means that it's loading everything in hierarchy. And this is not good. I don't want to destroy the object on load. When you load your scene, it is going to destroy all of them and create them again. So I need to put some code here. So background music simply, and senin kodun burada kalmış, and I don't need this update. I can maybe simply say don't destroy on load. I don't want to destroy this game object or simply game object. Sorry. So this background music object is not going to be destroyed when you load the scene. And see what's happening. You see, but it didn't destroy it, it is creating a new one, a new one, a new one. This is a problem. So how can we solve this problem? Any idea?
So it's overriding.
No, it's not overriding. It's keeping the previous one and creating a new one each time, and keeping the previous one, so it's duplicating, triplicating, and something. So what should we do? Any idea? Singleton. What? Exactly, singleton. So we are going to make a static variable and static object of this, and we will not allow the system to create a new one. So simply here I can simply say static background music and call instance. And here, if this instance is null, which means there is no instance at all. In the beginning there is no background music. If it's null, then instance is equal to this object of this class. Else if instance is not null but is not equal to this, what should we do? Which means the instance is okay, we have an instance and we have a new instance of this background music, a new one, new copy. And that time we should not allow the next one, it's a new one, right? We already have instance because we say don't destroy on load this instance. But here I have to say that destroy this game object. Şimdi arkadaşlar basit Türkçesini söyleyelim. Bunun biraz karma karışık. Bu singleton tasarım kalıbı olarak bir anlamına geçiyor. Basitçe bir class'tan sadece bir obje oluşturmak isterseniz bunu kullanırsınız. Birden fazla obje oluşturmamak için yapılan bir yöntem. Genelde real time veri aktarılırken bir yerlere bu kullanılır. Çok fazla sayıda. Şimdi biz şunu yaptık. Her sahnede ne oluyor? Önce kopya tuttuk ve yeni sahneler oluşturuyor ya. Biz diyelim ki en başta bu müziği bir al Aldık mı? Bu şekilde instance dedik nullsa eğer bundan bir kopya al. Yani oradaki kopyayı alacak. Ve dedi ki bunu yok etme. Ancak şöyle bir sıkıntı var. Yok etmiyor ama bir sonraki sahnede yeni bir instance oluşturuyor ya. Yeni bir background music örneği oluşturuyor. Diyeceğiz ki bu yeni background eğer önceki değilse, yani önceki var zaten, bu yeni oluşturulan o değilse bu yeni oluşturulanı sil diyoruz ve yok et diyoruz basitçe. Yani tabir olarak biraz karışık ama aslında mantık olarak singleton diye geçiyor. So you are keeping the first one, first instance of the object, and you never let the system create a new one. That's the idea. And this is called instance. So this is called singleton design pattern. Let me check. It's continue, right? It's working. You see, it doesn't destroy them. It's storing it all the time, and that's all. Okay, this is done. Next step is camera follow. I want my system, my camera follow the player. To do that, I have to simply do something. So I know that there is a distance between player and camera, and this is the vector. What is the value of this vector? Player minus transform camera. Değil mi? A noktasından B noktasına vektör çizeceksiniz. B eksi A dedim bu vektörün bir değeri. Yani buradaki vektör o zaman player eksi kameradır. Bu farkı ben her frame'de kamera eklersem ne olur? Ne olur? İlerler değil mi? Ya da şöyle bir şey yapabilirim. Her frame'de ben bu player'dan bu vektör çıkartırsam kameranın konumunu bulabilirim basitçe. Değil mi? Tamam, öyle yapalım o zaman. So I have to first of all find the difference vector, which is what is the value of this vector? Player minus transform. And if for each frame, if I subtract this value from this player, it's going to give me this camera. So let me just do it here. And in the main camera, let me create a camera follow. You may ask, there is a simple, maybe better way. Why don't we attach this main camera to player? This is one way. Let's see what's happening. Okay, this is weird. Because if I rotate the player, the camera is also rotated. I don't want this, so I have to write script. This is not a good idea. And check with them. And go to camera follow. First of all, I have to have a player. And transform, then player. And I know already the camera position. And I need to have vector 3. And this is called is difference or offset, whatever you want. And then the players is equal to game object that find object of type or sorry, I made a mistake. Game object is uppercase, find object of type, player controller, and I'm looking for the transform, so then transform. This is good. So what should I say here? In the beginning, I have to get this difference between them, and after that I need to use this difference to keep the same distance. So the difference is equal to player position minus transform position. Okay, we fix it. Okay, player minus transform. Here, player minus transform is going to give me this offset value or diff value. So here, what should I say? I have to, for each frame, I have to say that camera location is equal to player minus this offset, or this one. The transform position is equal to player position minus this difference value. Başlangıçta bu farkı aldım ya. Her frame'de bu farkı çıkaracağım birbirinden ama bu şekilde kullanacağız açıkçası. Olay bu. Başlangıçta bu fark almasaydım olmazdı. I can use update, but I need to use late update because it will give me the realistic rendering. This is called after the update and fix update method. If there is something physical, so something about rigid body, it is going to render it. Mesela late update diye update kullansaydım, fix update'teki değişim algılamayabilirdi. Çünkü fix update'te fiziksel şeyler fix update'de yapıldığı için sıkıntı olurdu. O yüzden late update kullanıyoruz. Kameralarda bu standart. Now let's play the game. And it is working. Okay. Yoruldunuz mu arkadaşlar? Son bir şey kaldı ama yapalım mı? Otomatik olarak blok oluşturma. Ondan sonra bitecek iş. So now we have to procedurally create map and that is over. I'm not going to deploy this game. We are going to deploy it later. But this one, let me please finish this block creation and after that we will end this lecture. Dersimiz normalde kaçta bitiyor? 4.30'da mı? 20 mi? 1.50'de başladı. Yani 2'de başladı. 4.20 falan. Tamam 4.20. Çok bir şey kalmadı. Yani 20 dakikalık bir işimiz kaldı. So now let me create this one. I don't want to just create it because it's really hard to make them for each level to create these blocks. This is killing. So I want to just destroy them all. I don't need them. And I don't. Maybe just simply put this wall crystal here. Move this one. And put the 0 and 0. I want to make a prototype. For now, just ignore this player. Crystal here. Okay, this is my block. Make it like 0. And this is okay. This is fine. And this is my default wall. So I want to create an instance of this. So prefab of this. That is all about this. And then I have my wall prefab. And Control D here. Maybe for the first one, I don't need this one. So disable this one and activate here. And what is this? I don't want to make this. I can put it anywhere. Not so important, this one. This background music is okay. So hatta bunu kapatalım, belki kaybolur. Kaybolmadı. Çok önemli değil. Herhangi bir yerden ses gelebilir. So the thing is, I want to add block automatically like this. And I want to add these diamonds or crystals randomly. So in some blocks it will enable, in some one it will disable. So it will be randomly done. But let me check the pattern. I want to see what's happening. So the position of this 0, 0, 0. And the next one is 0, 7, 0, 7, 7, 7 and 7, 0, 7 here. So there is an offset. There's a difference between them. So I know the pattern. I know that after like one block behind this one, the x value is like 0, 7.7 is bigger, or x value is bigger than the previous one. So I know this one. If I add one more, it will add one more, 1.4. So I will add them up in the code. And take a look at this one. If I have the same here, that time 0, 0, 0, and x is minus 0, 7, 0, 7 and plus 0, 7, 0, 7. I know the pattern. If I add behind, I have the add to x and z. If I add to the left, it will add minus to the x and plus to the z. This is the pattern I know. Yani şu basitçe. Sola ekleyeceksem x'inden 707 çıkarıyorum. 0707 z'sini ekliyorum. Arkaya ekleyeceksem hem x'ini hem z'sini ekliyorum. Mevcut bloğumun, ilk bloğumun diyelim. Demek ki olay anlaşıldı. Bu şekilde yapacağız. Belki buradaki bloğu ne yapacağız? Kristali ne yapacağız? Random olarak üreteceğiz. Bu. Now let me create this one. Here, wall maker. And I want to get the position of this because I'm going to continue from this. So here in update I can do something, but I need some parameters here. Public transform wall prefab. This is the prefab, I'm going to clone it. And second one is public transform last wall. This is good because I want to use the last wall each time add them. And then vector3 could be last position. Of course, last position is going to be the position of the last wall. So now I have it. And what should I do here? I can simply say that create random number, integer rand new, not new, random not a range. And here I can create between 1 and 11, and it will randomly select between 0 and 10. 10 is included. And I can maybe say if the random value is less than equal to 5, then put the blocks on the left. If not, put the block on the right. So maybe I can here vector3 new pos. This will be the new position. And in the beginning, vector3 make it 0. 0, 0, 0. So new pos will be is equal to new vector3 last pos x plus sola mı ekleyecektik biz bunu? Then minus 0.7 load number, and then I don't want to touch this y, and last pos z plus 0.707. Else I'm going to set this, else, and this and that will be plus plus. So, and this new post is actually going to be used for a new object. So instantiate, where's my prefab? This is wall prefab. I need to give the parent, or maybe this is much better. The position is new post. Then rotation is, I know the rotation is 0, 45, 0, because for each block, take a look at here, wall, 0, 45, 0, and 0, 45, 0. So quaternion dot Euler, this is for rotation, 0, 45, 0, and then parent, what is parent? Transform, because this wall maker is a parent of this wall object, so the parent, it will going to get the transform. And call this variable new block. And the new block is actually, I have to say that last position is going to be new block position. After I making each new block, that new block will be my last block, right? So I have to update this. Last block is equal to new block position, and it's going to loop together. And that's all. Let me check what's happening here. I didn't add, of course, I didn't add these wall prefab. The wall prefab is this one, and last wall is, I think this is the last wall, yes. That is the last wall for now. This is only useful for position, because I'm going to continue here. Okay, it is automatically creating. Okay, so anyway, it's creating procedurally. This is the idea, and I don't want to make it all the time. I can simply say public, or maybe say void create wall. When I should do this? maybe in the start I can say invoke repeating instead of update. I can say invoke repeating, create wall, maybe 0.5 I can create, or 0.1. This will create 10 times per second. So I think this is good, but I need, in some case I should stop creating walls. Why? Because it is not necessary. I need to know the distance between the camera and the player, or maybe I need to know the last block, distance between last block and the player. If it's big enough or small enough, then I have to just create new one. Simply go to the main camera here, and camera has size and player, and then the last block has a difference. I want to check if the distance between player and the last block is less than camera size, then continue, otherwise stop. This is the good idea, right? We can do that logically. Yani şu player'la en son oluşturulan blok arasındaki mesafe kameranın size'ından, şuradaki büyüklükten küçükse ne diyeceğim? Oluştur, yeni blok oluştur, artık zamanı gelmiş. Değilse yapma, bekle. Değil mi? Mesafe yeterliyse başla, oluştur diye. Şöyle bir şey yapabiliriz. Bana bunun için kamera lazım. I need a camera for this. But the transform, of course. Transform campus. Or I can say this one, camera. And then I can say camera is equal to game object, and find object with tag. Yes, this is also a good idea. The tag of the main camera is main camera. This is done by Unity, and I want to get component. What component? Sorry, make it transform. I want to get the transform of this. That's all. Arkadaşlar çok özür diliyorum. Çok özür diliyorum. Lazım değil bana bu. Başka bir şey lazım bana. Get component and then camera. Okay, now I have a camera. Or simply, this is the hardest way. You can simply say camera dot main. Beynin muhtelif yerlere uçtuğu için arkadaşlar yavaş geliyor bilgiler. Uzun bir aradan sonra kamera main aklıma geldi. İkisi aynı şey. Tamam. Okay, camera is equal to camera main. So I have a main camera, and I need to get player also, and then transform player. Simply say player is equal to find object of type player controller, then transform. Player controller, get component. What is this? Wait. Okay. What's wrong with this? Player controller. Find object of type. Objects of type. Sorry. Object of type. And then transform. The idea is simple. If we can have vector 3 float distance, vector 3 and then distance, player position, and last pose, right? If this distance is greater than camera dot orthographic size. Orthographic size is this orthographic size is the half size of the camera, half size when in orthographic mode. So I want to multiply by 2, then return. Now let me check. I don't want to create wall at all. And otherwise, I need to create a wall, 10 walls in second. Let me check if it's working or not. Okay, burada kahramanımız ölüyor. Bir dakika, şuradan şöyle yapalım. Sahne modunu buraya getireyim, görmek adına. To better see, let me put these things here. Now check it here. Then play the game. Şu anda ilerlemeye göre oluşturuyor blokları. Ekstra blok oluşturma yok. Okay, you understand the idea.